The thing that I said was going to happen happened. The video about Red Dead Redemption 2 was flagged because YouTube's automated system can't tell that I'm reading a quote. It just hears me say a thing and goes, "What? Why are you saying this?" It doesn't realize that it's a quote. And I've gotten in some trouble for this in the past because at one point YouTube thought that I was heavily invested into a conspiracy that I was clearly 100% joking about. Anyone that saw the video knew that that was the case, but YouTube's automated system couldn't tell, and I actually got a strike for that. So I didn't want that to happen again. I deleted the video. However, there were some interesting comments related to that Red Dead Redemption 2 video, and some people kind of missed the point, but I digress. First things first, you should know there's a demographic of person that doesn't get worked up by offensive jokes or an offensive character in a video game. I don't care. It's a character in a video game based on a period where a character like that would fit in. I'm not getting worked up by this character here. I feel like some people feel like they can't really comprehend. Like, you have to be 100% with them and being like, hell yeah, the racist character rules. And if you're not that, then you're just like a snowflake that's offended. When in reality, you're like, this guy's kind of annoying, which is what most people were doing in the comments section. In regards to this character, they're like, yeah, he's annoying, I kill him, you know what I mean? And some people are saying like, oh, there's murderers in this game, but you draw the line at racism. And it's like, my guy, if we really wanted to go into that, this guy's a murderer too, and he's a racist. It's 200% the bad. But the reality of the situation is a lot of people like myself weren't worked up by this character. It's a character in a video game, and they're bad. We get it, okay? It's like getting upset at a character in a movie, like the bad guy in a movie. They're the bad guy in the movie. They're gonna think bad things. That's a thing. That's whatever. But anyways, however, this particular situation, what was more interesting wasn't that there is a character that's bad in a video game. It was that this guy was basically saying, hey, in 2018, we thought this guy was crazy, but now he's kind of making a lot of sense. And it's like, yeah, the guy who's like, we should kill natives. We should brag about how many natives we've killed. Yeah, he's relatable nowadays. You know what I mean? And, you know, I don't know. It's just, it's very funny to me. And some people were talking about men not behaving like men and me being afraid to read a quote, which if you actually follow up with this video, you'll know that the problem wasn't me not reading the quote. The problem ended up being me reading the quote, but not because anyone actually got offended, but because YouTube's automated system simply just can't tell that I was reading a quote. So it just thinks I was bragging about killing natives because I read a quote from the guy. But it is what it is. Interestingly enough, it's funny to me because, you know, we live in an era where I feel like the kinds of people that are calling out snowflakes end up being the most snowflakes on the planet. I've noticed a very interesting thing about my demographics on YouTube and the types of comments I get and the types of people that make those comments and who's complaining more about certain things and getting worked up in a traditional snowflake manner. And it is not the, how do I explain this? It is not the female demographic, as some people seem to think, but that's just my anecdotal evidence from my personal channel, reading my comments. I won't go into detail because things can change as things grow, but it's just, I don't know, it's kind of ironic in a way, but I've talked about this before, and I don't know that we'll ever fix this idea of like other people being a snowflake, but the kind of person making those kinds of comments ends up being like the ultimate snowflake. And I don't really want to get into it in this video. It's just, I don't know. It's something to think about. Anyways, that video was taken down for that reason. I don't want to really make this video too long. Keep it around 5 minutes. But that's the reasoning for that. It really was just a simple matter of like, it's crazy that this guy thinks that this guy from Red Dead Redemption 2 is relatable when he's talking about this stuff. Kind of, I don't know, kind of interesting, but it is what it is.